Hey guys, Creator Mom, happy Saturday evening. So I watched this movie called Little Bites, and literally, I believe the whole movie is metaphorical, but literally, there is so it starts off with this lady. Her daughter, who's like 10, she's having her daughter stay with her mom for a while because there's a literal monster in her basement that has basically manipulated her and said, hey, look, if you let me eat little pieces of you at a time, basically almost eat you alive, but little by little by little, I will not kill or eat your daughter. So the woman had the daughter staying with the mom. So to me, what this movie means to me is that this is the metaphor for a person who has been in a narcissistic relationship or something like that. Like, the monster in the basement represents the bad relationship, the abusive relationship. It eats at you little by little by little, and maybe in some cases, for some people, it's so abusive that they have to, in a literal sense, maybe they do have to send their child away to live with someone else while they handle this and kind of maybe try to make a transition in their life, maybe get away from this narcissistic abusive person. So they send their child to live with someone else in the meantime until they kind of get things sorted out. When then is so telling in the movie where the lady calls her mom and says, I just want to speak to, she just wants to speak to her daughter for a few minutes, and the mom's like, what's going on? You need to get your shit together. Like, come on, you need to put your big curl pants on. And because she couldn't tell her mother what was going on, that there's a monster in her basement. Just like is a parallel, if we don't tell. Okay, and this is telling too because it's a fucking narcissistic mother. Okay, so she can't tell her mother what's going on. There is no real safety with the mother, but hey, she had no choice really but to send her daughter with her because there's a worse monster in the basement, and it was better for the daughter to go live with atrocious grandmother, than to stay. Well, anyways, so then what was I gonna say? All right, so she's like, yeah, telling her you need to get your shit together. What are you? Yeah, the mom's like, tell me, like, what's going on, but she can't tell the mom because the mom's not safe. The mom's not gonna believe her. The mom's not gonna take her side. So she has no one to trust. She has no support, and so then in the movie, she's sitting at this park, it's a scene. She's just sitting at a park, and this lady comes and sits next to her and starts talking to her about how, like, being a mom. And she's like, well, how do you know I'm a mom? Like, I don't even have my kids with me. And the lady's like, I know the vibe, like the vibration or the essence of a mom when I'm sitting next to a mom, because there's just a essence of resilience and exhaustion, And anyways, the lady starts kind of like ministering to her in a way, but not directly. And she's just like kind of speaking these inspirational words to her, like, parenting has 3 phases. Like, you're behind them, in front of them, and then you walk side to side with them. And the lady's like, well, what stage of parenting do you think I'm in? And she's like, well, how old is your daughter? And she's like, 10. And then she's like, walk side by side and conquer life's challenges or whatever. So it was like, really, the lady was talking to her in like hidden messages in a way. And then when she went to shake the lady's hand goodbye, the lady also had bite marks on her arm. That signified that the lady was saying, I know what you're going through. I can tell you're in an abusive relationship or you're in a bad situation. See, here's my scars too. They made sure to show that lady scars because she's like, I know you because I've been through the same thing. That's what that scene spoke to me. So that empowered her to face this monster in her basement. Instead of to keep allowing this monster to feed off of her, she got encouraged to face things, to change things, so it can lose its power over her. She realized she was letting it have too much power over her. So I really resonated with that in my life, because when I left my situation, a friend I was speaking to was that kind of like that lady who sat next to her on the bench at the park. And she saw me and was like, I know I know your situation that you're talking about, because I've been through that, without even saying. She didn't have to tell the lady directly at the park, oh, I'm going through this situation, I have a monster in my basement. She already knew, she could tell, she saw the signs, Well, anyways, so then she tells the monster, like, that's it. Basically, like, I'm done with you. Taking my power back, essentially. And the monster's like, oh yeah, you're nothing. I have great power. I'm everywhere. It kind of reminded me what the narcissists tell you when you want to leave them and break away. They say that you can't make it without them, that you're nothing. So anyways, that you have nothing. You have no power. They're more powerful than you. So then, anyways, the lady tells her mom, hey, look, I'm ready to get my daughter back. Ready to, she can. And the woman's like, oh, well, gosh, I have a life. I can't bring her today. I'll bring her tomorrow. It's just like, it reminded me so much of my mother, because there was so many mixed messages of like, I care about you, but then shitting on you at the same fucking time. It's just, I wish I could put the scene from the movie in this video, because it is so representative of a narcissistic parent. It's insane. I related with it so hard. And then in the movie, when the mother brings the daughter back to her, the mother is so ugly. The mother looks like the monster that's in the basement. Like, the resemblance between the mother and the monster were like so crazy. The mom was real pale and had this really big nose. She looked so freakish, And I'm like, wow. I bet the director of that movie did that on purpose. The resemblance of the mother to the monster. Because the monster in the basement is never your first narcissist. You know what I'm saying? Your mom or your parent is the first one, right? The one who can help to condition you and to program you. Here's a dialogue between her and her mom. Thanks, Mom. A minute of your time, please. You look like crap. Thanks, Mom. Did I really do that bad of a job? Didn't I provide you a loving home? I don't know. Maybe I'm the one that's crazy. No, you made that very clear. It's me. It doesn't always have to be about you, Mom. That's where you're wrong. It's always about me. If it involves you, it's always about me. I don't know if you've realized this yet, but no matter how old you are, I'll always think of you as my little girl. Look, thank you for all you've done. I appreciate it, but everything is good. I've got it. Well, you've got my number the next time you need me to bail you out. Do you just hate me? Hate you? I love you. I'm your mother. I love you. Oh gosh, I love you. It's weird because it's like they try to make you think they're for you by saying things like, you're my daughter, I'll always love you. You really need to get your shit together. And like they'll put you down at the same time. It really brings a lot of like confusion, So yeah, the mother is a narcissist. Not a safe place, for the daughter. And so, anyways, it's weird how the movie ended, because it was weird because the woman thought that when the girl came back home, the mom was like, remember I told you that monsters don't exist? Well, I was wrong, So they go to the basement, and she's ready to like face this monster with her daughter, and it's gone. It's not there. So she's like, oh my God, I think it's gone. I think it's gone, right? I don't know what this could be indicative of. Maybe maybe a pseudo like an abusive relationships. It could be like a pseudo, oh, I'll change, everything's gonna get better, and then the daughter comes back and things seem better, right? But the mom is being really naive, because literally the monster was just there yesterday. You think like he left that easily. And so it was weird, because she put her daughter to bed that night, like everything was fine. Didn't even say like, I'm just gonna take precautions and sleep with my daughter for the night, or be by her door just in case this monster shows up. She goes to her bedroom and sleeps like nothing. And I'm just like, that is so strange. It was very like naive. It's kind of like when people have been in abusive relationships, and then like they just think, oh, okay, he's changed, it's gonna be better. And then there you go, knocking on the door, the abusive or the monster shows up again. And it ends with both of them with the monster, and they start eating him. And I'm like, that is so interesting. I wonder what that means. Does that mean that they all just kind of, I don't know, that the monster brought them down, that they didn't end up coming out of this situation? I don't know what that meant. I don't know if them eating the monster meant that they're becoming like the monster, or if they're overcoming the monster. They ate it, you know? They conquered it. I'm not quite sure what the director means, but yeah, I don't know.